y'all, what's up? It is your girl Ashley, and as you can tell, I look kind of greasy right now. It is about 10 p.m. and I work today, and also I was all done up because we celebrated my mom's birthday. Anyways, so I'm gonna make me some vintage wrap tees. Yeah, vintage wrap tees are cool, but I like to see unique ones. So I bought two 2XL t-shirts. These go mid-thigh because I want to have like an inch of skin, and then my thigh-high boots to be there. I'm gonna make one Rihanna one and one Drake one. Also, I bought this Dark Fabrics transfer sheets paper. There's 5 sheets in here. So actually, instead of doing 1 sheet per shirt, I'm gonna do 2 sheets and maybe 2.5 sheets per shirt. So I want to make a huge design. I want the design to pretty much cover the entire front of the shirt. This isn't going to be your average homemade DIY tee, and I kind of want to put my Instagram handle on the back, but I don't know if that's like too extra, so I'll think about it, but I don't know. Also, I have an iron here for when it gets ironing. Ugh! I have an inkjet printer right here. The transfer sheets only work with an inkjet printer, and then I have my laptop, which is in front of me right now. I'm going to be using a screen filming app so that you guys can watch me make the designs I'm going to put on the shirt as I do it. I am super excited. This is my first time ever doing anything like this. I've never used transfer sheets before. Also, if you haven't yet, please make sure to subscribe to my channel by clicking the red button down below. And make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Let's get to it. This is the shirt that's gonna change the game, so I have to make sure that it goes well. So I'm gonna show you guys the process of me making it. The image I have of Rihanna is one I found on Google. I think it's okay to use it. Honestly, I'm not selling these t-shirts. This is just the making of one t-shirt that I'm going to wear to a concert and to wherever. I'm not selling them. So that's why I feel like it's okay to use this image, you know. Okay, so for my Rihanna image, I'm going to be using one image. I'm going to make the full image in the middle, and then it's just gonna like start fading into smaller and smaller lines. So it'll be a big image and then cropped version, cropped version, cropped version until it's essentially nothing. So it's basically just gonna be like small, bigger, 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 and then the actual photo. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. So I'm just making a sheet here, titling it Rihanna. Width, it's going to be 8.5 by 11, which is the standard piece of paper. Oops. 8.5 inches by 11 inches. And then I read somewhere that 300 pixels per inch is sufficient. So we're going to do that. Okay. So here is our piece of paper. It's the same size as these papers that we use to print, which is the same size as a regular printing paper. And then we are going to rotate it 90 degrees so that it is horizontal, because I want to make this image big. So the wider side is a bigger side, so that means we can get more picture on it, which means that the image will be bigger. This version of Photoshop is an old version, as you can tell if you have Photoshop. I have this version from a disc, and it's not a subscription, so I don't pay for it. It's mine because we bought it a long time ago. I use the subscription service Photoshop, which is the most updated version of Photoshop at work, and essentially it has the exact same thing. It's just that the stuff is kind of mixed around. Maybe there are minor differences, but myself being more on the intermediate level of Photoshop, I have everything I need on this old version, if you're wondering. The image I'm going to be uploading and using on this t-shirt, here's t-shirt art, is Rihanna smoking some, this is the picture. I want to use this picture because it is so vintage wrap tee. Like it's filtered that way. Her bucket hat looks dope. Everything about it is just awesome. I love this photo of her. So this is the photo that we're going to use. I'm just going to put it here on the piece of paper. And then we're just going to stretch it to the size of the paper. I'm going to make it a little smaller so that it doesn't cut anything off when I print it. I just want to make this canvas more zoomed in so that I can see more of what I'm doing. Not that much. Need all the edges. There we go. So I'm just going to put it like this. So this is the focal point of the t-shirt. This piece right here will be right in the center of the shirt. I'm going to be using these 2 sections right here later on for very thin slices of the photo, but for now I don't know how big they will be or what that will be. So we're just going to move on to a new form, and I'm just going to call it Rihanna 2. So we're just going to put that photo on this. So now it's the exact same size as the picture before, which makes it so much easier. So I'm just going to crop it so that it gets smaller and smaller each time. We'll just cut that. There we go. And then so now on this sheet of paper, oops, and then we gotta do the photo again for the top. So we are going to do the photo for the top. I'm actually gonna put this layer on top so we can see how much we need to cut. So now we have one here, and we have this photo. So here we duplicated the layer, and I'm just going to cut it. So now I'm just cutting the second size into the third size, which is essentially half of it. So I'm just taking the tracing tool and tracing out a straight line and cutting it in half. And I made a second copy of that bottom half image. I'm going to bring over the new smaller size that we have on top of that bottom half, just so that I can see how much I need to trace and cut so that they're the exact same size. Don't ask me why that bottom image is now upside down. I am not sure, but I'll fix that afterwards. So now we have our 4 images here and then our main image here. I'm just going to be using the 2 white spaces now, and we're going to organize the photos. So I'm going to take those 2 super small sizes and put them on each side of this photo. Here's the top one. Delete it from this one, move that other photo up a little bit, and move the other bigger image up, and then we're going to take this smaller one and put it on this main sheet as well and put it at the bottom. And we're just going to arrange it as much as we can onto this sheet, as long as those 2 outer side photos are the same size. So here are our 2 sheets now. So now I'm going to trace a little slice off of the second biggest size. Just make sure it is smaller than the third size on the other sheet. And we're going to copy and paste that and put it down here to trace out the exact same size from the bottom half image. We have already done this before twice, so it shouldn't be any more difficult because it is the exact same process over and over again, just making smaller and smaller pieces. So I am now just organizing them onto that second sheet by putting the small pieces both down below. I could go another smaller size, but it would be very thin and I think it would be pointless. Okay, so as you can see here, I've cut the image into skinnier sections. So I'm going to make them into PDFs. So to do that, we're going to go File, Save As, and then Rihanna, keep that name, Photoshop, PDF, Save. Image quality, I'm going to make it high because, hello, we want it to be high. Let that save before you go to the other one. So that one is saved. Now we're going to save this one. File, Save As, Rihanna 2, Photoshop, PDF, Save, Image quality high, Save PDF. Okay, so now we can close this. Here we have my 2 PDFs. So we're just going to open this one, and I'm just going to print it off. So to print it, it says to use the non-glossy side. So this blank side is where the paper will print onto, and then this is the back, which will be peeled off when we make the sticker. So we're going to put this into the printer so that it prints on the matte side. And then we're going to press print. So here is one of the sheets, and then the second sheet. Okay, so now that we have our sheets printed out, we just need to cut out the shapes exactly how we want it to appear on the shirt. That means I'm going to get rid of all the white border. I'm just going to be right back. I'm going to cut these out carefully and we're going to get to ironing. So here's the t-shirt. It's going to go like this, basically, centered. Okay, so you're supposed to turn your iron on to the hottest setting. The t-shirt that I am ironing, that black one right there, is 100% cotton. So I'm going to turn it up to the hottest, and you don't have to worry because the hottest one, at least on my iron, says cotton. So it's good for it, and we just wait for it to get hot. We're going to start the design at the very top row, and then we're going to work our way down. You're going to need parchment paper to put on top of the pieces you're going to iron. You're going to want to take the piece you're going to be putting on top. You're going to peel it. You're going to put it where you want it. Then you're going to take your parchment paper, put it on top, and you're going to iron it. I'm trying to do this very carefully because I don't want to mess it up. Okay. We can now move on to this piece. Okay, so I finally finished the shirt. Here it is. Look at how beautiful it is. I feel awesome too to have a shirt that I made myself, designed myself. There you have it. It says to flip the shirt inside out if you want to wash it. Obviously you're going to wash it as a t-shirt. Thanks you guys for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you enjoyed this little DIY vintage wrap tee tutorial. Here's my Drake one. I would say this was like a practice shirt. I burnt a little hole right here with the iron by accident onto the sheet. And yeah, so this is just going to be a pajama t-shirt. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give me a big thumbs up and make sure to click on the subscribe button down below. Also, if you do make a t-shirt from using my video, I don't know if there's other videos of tutorials on how to make these t-shirts out there. There probably is, because this type of thing has been around for a long time, but this is my very first time checking it out, and you know what? It's really easy to use and really easy to make a design that you like. It's all about just, you know, knowing how to manipulate the paper to have, you know, a bigger surface area, and you know, using Photoshop or Word or whatever you want to use to maximize, you know, the quality of the photo that comes out on this paper. It was all pretty easy to figure out. If you have any questions, ask them down below and I will be happy to answer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!